Hello YouTube, this is Louis. Welcome to another update on the A-10A from Italeri 148 scale. Before I show you guys my progress, I wanted to talk to you about the products that I'm using for this project. For the first time, I used Model Air from Vallejo. This is a range, it's airbrush ready. You don't need to thin this paint. I will suggest you thin them just a little bit. I'm talking about 80% to like 20% thinner. They are wonderful once you get used to it. The first time I actually started using them, I got frustrated because I was getting a lot of runs, but it was my fault because I was thinning them way too much. I never ever used them. When you look at them and you pour them on your airbrush, you think they're a little too thick, I need to thin them. Don't thin them, just use your pressure high and you love them. I mean, I can't say anything bad about these paints. Now for those of you who are interested on doing the Euro 1 camo, I'm gonna give you the numbers. This is called the Gunship Green. It's 71014. This will be your medium green, but it's called the Gunship Green. The next one will be your dark green, but it's actually called the medium green, and it's 71.092. And like I said, this is actually your dark green, but they actually call it medium green. This one is your black, but they call it gray green, which I don't really understand why. It doesn't have any green on it, but it's 71.055. Really nice paints, guys. And I use my chrome, as you guys can see. Very nice airbrush, but me cleaning the tip, I bend the tip a little bit, and so I switched to my Neo. And I gotta tell you, this airbrush is just phenomenal. I highly recommend it. It's not that expensive and it will last you forever. Okay, so Badger, you'll be good with this. All right, let me start by showing you the weapons. Zoom out a little. Okay, the weapons are all painted. They haven't been weathered. I gotta still throw a wash on them. I have Sidewinders, I have Mavericks, I have Mark 82s, Mark 20s. I have the ECM pod over here. I also have the Hydra 70 rocket launchers. I have the rack over here. Like I said, I haven't done anything but painting them. I still have to weather them. I'm not gonna go over the board, but yeah, that's where we are with the weapons. With the tiny little bits over here, let me zoom in. You can take a look. Landing gear, it's all done or all painted. All I gotta do is throw a wash on them and do a little bit of detailing. With the seats, okay, the seats, I know people are gonna be like, oh come on man, but I have a good reason why. Obviously the resin seat 10 times better. Okay, the kid's seat, it's been dressed up with photo etch like I show you guys, but the thing is, this one fits a lot better than this one. This one's really tight, and it's I already had an accident with my photo etch, and yeah, so I'm gonna be saving this for another project because I have another A10 from Hobby Boss. Oh, that's my baby right there. So yeah, I'm sorry if I disappoint you guys, but I believe that kid deserves this beauty right here. Okay, wheels have been painted. Do not paint your tires black. They're not black, they're actually grayish. Kind of like, you can use this, you can use this to paint wheels. I use NATO black. And all I gotta do is throw a wash. I'm really impressed with the detail on the hubs, they're great. So that's the little tiny bits and pieces. And let me zoom out because I'm gonna bring the beast in. All right, let me make space over here. Now I literally just painted this about 30 minutes ago, so I don't want to handle it too much, but here it is, guys. You guys could see it. Let me zoom in. Okay, you notice the camera picks it up really good. I went around with the panels and I highlighted the panels. What you do is you just thin your paint really thin, lower your pressure, and add a little bit of white to the original color, and then you go around and you highlight. Like I said, I got very frustrated the first time I tried those paints because I was getting a lot of runs, but it was my fault. I was thinning the paints way too much. Then after that, I got the hang of it and it was a lot easier to paint. On the bottom side, I did the same thing. There's a little bit of shiny spots. Those will go away once I protect my paint job using sand varnish, or you could use any clear coat, but I highly recommend, if you're using Vallejo paints, protect your job, because Vallejo paints, they actually peel a lot. If you don't let them cure, they will peel off. Now I went around with the hair dryer, and yes, I do have a hair dryer. Okay, and I just kind of ran with the hair dryer all over just to allow the paint to dry. And yeah, it's looking decent. I mean, I'm like 80% satisfied with it, mainly because I was getting frustrated with the paints, but I was surprised on how good it turned out, using paints for the first time, those kind of paints. So the next step will be to protect this with a thin coat of sand and varnish. And then after that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go around with my airbrush and using very thin, almost like a dirty wash, of Tamiya Smoke. It's X19, I believe. I'm gonna be going around the panels, and what it's gonna do, it's gonna give the effect like those panel lines are actually collecting dirt. Okay, obviously I have to still paint the blades. I'm gonna do that with the airbrush. With a brush. That should be an easy process. On the bottom, of course, I gotta put all the weapons. Remember, this aircraft is gonna be fully loaded. You don't see A-10s fully loaded, and when they are fully loaded, they actually don't have a fuel tank or a drop tank. But I thought, it'd be a shame if I don't do that, so it's gonna be fully loaded. I want to put everything I can on this kit because it's a shame when you have a lot of pieces, and you don't use them all, just because you want to stay as realistic. But it's a plastic kit, come on. So I'm gonna put everything I can on this. Hope you guys enjoyed this bit. Let me know what you think about it. Any suggestions are always welcome. So my name is Luis, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Bye bye.